Good evening, I'm Keisha Butts with the CTV News Update. Our top story tonight is in Brunswick, Georgia, where the jury in the Ahmaud Arbery trial has issued a verdict. The three defendants, Travis McMichael, the man who fired the deadly shot, his father, Greg McMichael, who rode in the pickup truck with Travis, and the man who recorded the incident on his cell phone, William Bryan, they were all found guilty of murder and numerous other charges. All three claimed they were trying to conduct a citizen's arrest of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery in February of 2020 when they chased him down in two vehicles and shot him to death. The case garnered national attention because race was at the core of the trial. The defendants, who could spend the rest of their lives behind bars, still face federal charges. In other news, if you plan to take advantage of holiday deals online, make sure those websites are legit. That's the advice from the Maryland Attorney General's office. CTV's Katara Jones is in the control room with more.
The holiday season is in full swing and many people will be shopping online. But before you put your credit card information in, make sure that site is secure and authentic. Also, do your research on a retailer before buying their product by clicking online reviews. Remember, if a store says no refunds and no exchanges, don't worry. If the item was purchased here in Maryland, it is covered by implied warranty. And for more safety tips, visit marylandattorneygeneral.gov. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Meantime, Attorney General Brian Frosh, along with AARP Maryland, will host a virtual consumer forum next Wednesday, December 1st. The topic is spotting and avoiding holiday season scams. The event will be streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. It was an early Thanksgiving day for the nonprofit Epic and its clients. The organization empowering people with intellectual challenges hosted a holiday outing in Temple Hills today. The venue was at the AMF Bowling Alley on St. Barnabas Road. About 50 clients took part in the event, which is the first in-person Thanksgiving holiday party since the pandemic. Typically, Epic hosts Thanksgiving festivities at each of its facilities. This is the first year they've hosted a bowling alley.
This is important to us because during the COVID-19 pandemic, our people, the people we support who have various developmental disabilities, were not able to connect as they had in previous years. And having missed the Thanksgiving holiday connection of 2020, we definitely wanted to be sure that they could see each other again this year.
We're fortunate to be able to come together this year, and the bowling alley been pretty awesome for us as we had the opportunity to be able to come together as a group and to be able to participate in the Thanksgiving celebration.
Epic has about 200 clients. The organization will host a Thanksgiving dinner for them tomorrow. The county library system is joining the fight against COVID-19. It's hosting vaccination clinics at several branches in conjunction with local health officials. They kicked off yesterday at the Upper Marlboro location. East Area Manager Megan Sutherland says this is another way to help kids get their shots.
We really wanted to make sure that our young folks, ages 5 to 11, are able to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. And these vaccination clinics also provide easy access for adults seeking either their first 2 doses or a booster.
For a complete list of locations, visit pgcmls.info. As we head into the Thanksgiving holiday, we do so with an uptick in COVID numbers. The State Health Department has identified 905 new cases. That's 165 more than yesterday. The county's positivity rate has moved up to 2.97%. Meantime, in the last 24 hours, 3 Marylanders lost their battle with COVID. 605 people remain hospitalized. A pedestrian is struck and killed on the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. The incident happened around 6 this morning on the northbound lanes near Maryland 197, causing major delays. Police have released few details about the victim other than she's 26 years old. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to call 202-379-4877. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, we're Edie's Angels,
volunteers with the Edith P. Wright Breast Cancer Foundation, encouraging you to do your monthly self-breast examinations.
It doesn't really matter how you do them. You can do them in the shower, laying down, or in the mirror. Just make sure you do them.
Because this is
A serious matter.
I dream of a world that's cancer-free.
Welcome back. Metro Transit Police need your help identifying this young man. He's wanted in connection to a Metro bus stabbing that happened yesterday around 9 a.m. Officials say the incident took place after a verbal altercation on board an A12 bus headed towards the Addison Road station. The victim was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information on this incident, you're urged to call 202-962-2121. Maryland State Police are investigating a 3-vehicle crash that left a Atlanta man dead. It happened last night just after 7:30 on Route 5 in Clinton. 25-year-old Jabor Sheffield was killed in the incident. According to investigators, Sheffield lost control of his car and struck another vehicle. Officials say Sheffield was killed when his car was hit by a third vehicle. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. As you prepare your Thanksgiving Day meal, make sure to keep grease away from your drain. WSSC Water says never pour grease, food scraps, poultry skin, or vegetable peels down the drain. These items can clog your pipes and ultimately lead to sewage backups. Unclogging pipes can be very costly for homeowners.
The most important thing you can do this holiday season and really all year round is can the grease. It's really simple. Take a can from your green beans or your cranberry sauce and save it. Pour your turkey or your cooking grease in it, and the saying is really simple. Can it, cool it, toss it. So when you're cooking and you have that grease left over, either from your turkey or any time of year from your tacos or bacon, pour it in the can, let it cool, put it in the freezer so it hardens, and then toss it in the trash. Can it, cool it, toss it. It's so simple.
For more information, visit WSSCwater.com/canthegrease. The pandemic created a unique setup for the Maryland legislature this past year, with committee hearings and some votes being held virtually. The online setup offered both challenges and rewards for media coverage, public transparency, and lobbyists looking to sway lawmakers on a particular issue.
In some ways, it's been a positive because this has allowed people to interact with their legislators much more easily than they ever have before. So instead of a citizen or an interested voter having to access their legislator by taking a day off, coming into Annapolis and waiting to testify for 3 minutes and spending the entire day trying to get in line to do so, they can be at home and access it via Zoom. So we feel that the transparency and accessibility to the Maryland General Assembly has been improved.
Cabo says the difficult part of the virtual hearings is that a lot of negotiations and discussions are done in person. The General Assembly will be holding a special session starting December 6th to redraw congressional boundaries. The 2022 legislative session begins on January 12th. Coming up after the holidays, a local community looks to preserve its heritage. Reporter Patricia Vallone will take an in-depth look at the Lakeland community in College Park. Learn how one of the area's prime real estate locations for African Americans was decimated to make way for urban renewal. She'll also look at how its current struggles for revitalization often go unheeded.
If you ever visit Lake Artemisia, know that you're in Lakeland. That you are in a part of a community where African American people lived for generations. In fact, some of the homes there were lived in by 5 generations of various families, and they were required to leave as a part of the urban renewal process.
Be sure to tune in for the full series to learn about Lakeland's quest for restorative justice. And coming up later on the news, we'll check in with our Pet of the Week, plus a visit with the Terps head coach Mike Loxley, who talks about the next big game. Stay with us.
COVID-19 has changed how we express our faith and gather to worship.
We all want to get back to how we pray,
how we congregate, how we lift our voices in praise. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to spreading the word without spreading concern.
before we can safely come together, we need the facts. As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Should I get it?
Is it safe?
Should I wait?
It's okay to have questions. Now get the facts. Learn more at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you.
Thank you for staying with us. Police have released the identity of the pedestrian who was killed in a hit-and-run accident in Largo on Monday. Police also have recovered a vehicle of interest as they continue to search for the driver. The victim has been identified as 40-year-old Barka Chadka of Landover. Investigators say she was struck just before 7 o'clock Monday night at the intersection of Medical Center Drive and Shoppers Way. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call police. Is your child begging you for a pet? Get him a hamster. The county's animal services facility says it has about a dozen of these fuzzy critters. Megan Staub says they came in as surrenders. She also says they make good beginner pets for any family. All you need is soft bedding, fruits and vegetables, and a wheel.
They do like to do hamster wheels. You can get a hamster ball as well and have them run around your house in a probably 2-3 foot little ball. They also enjoy snuggling with each other and sleeping. They are huge on sleeping.
To take these pets home with you, call 301-780-7201. You can also visit petharbor.com and enter the shelter's zip code, which is 20772. The Terps football team got off to a hot start this year. The team was undefeated after 4 games, but hit a rough patch. That rough patch, which included several blowout losses, now leaves the team with a 5-6 record. Despite the losing streak, the Terrapins are favored over Rutgers in this weekend's season finale.
Now what we've got to do is, like I talked about with our team, is have the necessary focus. This won't be an easy game. Obviously, Rutgers is playing just like we are for that 6th win, so it makes it a game that we both are very desperate to win. I anticipate it to be a 4-quarter, tough, hard-fought game, and as I always say, it's hard to win on the road in the Big Ten.
Just got to execute when the plays are there to be made, and just got to do our job. You know, nobody should have to do extra or more than what they're supposed to do. Go continue to stay in the film room, you know, continue to keep our chemistry going, and we're just going to continue to try to do great things here.
We're still chasing that 6th victory, and we're out of time. To win a 6th game to put us in position to go to a bowl game, I think that's would be a great accomplishment, as well as a great testament for the seniors in this program, that they're leaving this program better than when they came, because not one of these guys have ever participated in a bowl game.
Playing the last game with those guys that not going to be able to come back next year, you know, just that bond and brotherhood we built with each other. You know, it's going to be kind of a bittersweet moment to play our last game with each other, but I feel like it's going to make us go harder Saturday.
The teams kick off at noon on Saturday. Let's get a quick check on our weather. Tonight, mostly clear with the lows around 32. Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny with a chance of evening showers, highs near 56. Friday, sunny with high temperatures in the 40s. Saturday, sunny skies, highs around 45 degrees. And now for the community calendar, the City of Bowie is asking the community for support with the Shop with a Cop program. The program helps families and children buy holiday gifts. If you want to help, send donations by December 10th to the City of Bowie at the address on your screen. For more information, call 240-544-5792 or email cops at cityofbowie.org. And that's your CTV News Update. I'm Keisha Butts. Have a great Thanksgiving. Good night.